Ashlee Tuftee. It's a chronic condition from 20 years in emergency services. It's one of those things that I knew was going to happen at some point, and it finally happened. And things were bad enough that my whole left leg was numb, and I couldn't feel it. So I had gotten an primary opinion from VCU, and decided to get a secondary opinion. So that's when we came down here. So not being able to feel your leg it can be really weird at times. It was hard for me to walk, to go upstairs, to walk long distances, to walk over uneven terrain if it's grass or a hill or anything like that. I am very active in fire and EMS as a volunteer, and it was hard for me to even get on the trucks to be able to make those steps up into the trucks. So it was we need to do something about this because the quality of life is not that great, and we can't wait anymore for this. So we called to see if we could get in by chance. I believe we called on a Wednesday. We were in here on a Friday, that same Friday. We came down. I made sure I had all the copies of my MRIs and all the reports. And we came down, and I saw his nurse practitioner first. And she was absolutely amazing. She looked at everything, and they were surprised at how bad my MRI looked and how bad things were, and that nobody was going to do anything. So she let Dr. Carlson know kind of what was going on with me before he came in. And when he came in, he looked, and they made sure that I had seen my MRI and what they were looking at, and explained everything to me. And Dr. Carlson said he could definitely work on it. It would be an easy surgery, something that would take 30 minutes or less, and that I would have the function back in my leg, which is exactly what we were looking for. So I had done physical therapy for it. I had also gone through interventional radiology to have the shots done as well. And since none of that had worked, we were kind of at that crossroads of what is our next step. And since we had gone through everything, Dr. Carlson decided that surgery was going to be the best way to go. I was very apprehensive about surgery. I think anybody would be, especially when they're working on your spine. But I also have multiple sclerosis. So on top of that, it was a worry of how is my body really going to handle this? So there was a lot of apprehension, a lot of talking between my husband and I to make sure that this was the right decision for me. So prior to my surgery, there was we had to do blood work, EKG, and one other test that they did at Mary Immaculate, because that's where I had my surgery. That was really quick, painless, in and out in no time. And then when I had my surgery that morning, got in, got registered, got called back. The staff was great. Getting ready for the surgery was absolutely easy. Once I got upstairs, Dr. Carlson came in, and we talked about everything one more time. He marked where we were going to go in at, where all the risks and benefits of the surgery, again, to make sure that there's no turning back now. And the next thing I knew, I woke up in recovery, and I could not believe it was already over. I went down to the recovery room, and I could not believe it, but I could already feel my leg before I even left the surgery center. And that was a huge turning point for me, that it had been so long that I could already tell that it had made a difference. It is one of those things that a lot of people are apprehensive about. I was too. But after having the surgery, I would say, yes, it can be really scary because they are touching your spine, which a lot of people are very scared about, and I understand that. But it will change your quality of life and improve your quality of life so much more, and you'll be able to return to whatever you're doing before, whatever you're missing, running around with your kids, your grandkids, being able to even just walk or walk without a walker or a cane or any type of assistive devices. And it might be really scary now, but the doctors here are very good at what they do, and it's only in your best interest that they want to get you back to where you were. So I, with my MS, I'm in and out of the hospital a lot. And one of the times I was doing the at-home physical therapy. So everybody there spoke so highly of OSC and of Dr. Carlson, and they even told me that one of the therapists there had the surgery here, and they're like, she had the surgery and we blinked and she was back. So I was like, okay, well, if physical therapists are saying, hey, this is the place to go, that's probably the place to go. So it was well worth the drive down here just because we were referred by folks that work with you all the time. So that makes me feel better that, hey, everything works so easy and the process is just so smooth. This is the place to go.